Hello, Ron Bashar here. So, I'm doing my best to keep everything in the short format because, I talk too much and you guys are always criticizing me on it. But, these are just not manageable. I rush the martial arts, etc. I am rushing myself so hard to get it under 2 minutes. So this time around, it's not possible. They released a video on the ritual and delirium mechanics. Let's get into them. Obviously separate videos, but let's get into it. And this time around, I shall not, mute it. Let's listen to what he says. Okay. Oh, does look nice. Oh, Morrigan. King in the Mist is the ritual boss prior to patch 05. I think it's going to change. Yep. Yep. Wow. Huge. Did I shout too hard? I'm sorry. Guys, I'm a big fan of the ritual mechanic, right? This is the mechanic I like the most, but sometimes it's unbearable. So now we don't have random garbage there, right? And because, one thing that wears on the mind when you weighs on the mind or wears the mind is, when you are refreshing through the tribute screen and passing through stuff, you are always like, maybe I'm skipping over things that are valuable. I mean, if you want to, go over them, of course, you would waste time and currency. But it always is a thing because I did get, I don't know, like a +3 melee amulet with something, once, I just accidentally moused over it and it was, good, right? I bought it and I sold it at a decent price. So removing the junk is a very good call. I love it. Yeah. Oh, nice. Nice. Wow. I'm gonna go full ritual this league, I think. Wow. Ah. Oh. Okay. So that's gonna be the pinnacle boss. Hmm. Wow. The boss will come to the ritual. Okay. That means you are getting a lot of tribute. Wow. Hmm. Monster sacrifice at ritual altars grant 25. That's very nice. 25% increase tribute is pretty good. All unique favors at ritual altars will be instead currency. Oh, okay. So the random instead of getting random garbage. So I saw this in the screenshot some time ago. This all unique favors, and I was like, you only see like maybe one unique in a in inventory in a ritual inventory. What do good does that do? Now I know it does do a lot of good because we only have uniques or omens in the ritual screen. Whoa. Okay. I am very curious about that Mage Blood. So I haven't been playing Path of Exile 1 in a very long time, you might remember. But, even I have heard of it. It's the belt that automates your potions, if I recall. And it's very famous and very expensive. In Path of Exile 2, there is no need for such a thing, right? We only have 2 flasks and we are drinking them whenever we need them. So I wonder what it does. 5 Chaos Orbs. And taking a look at these, I'm guessing it's worthless because, the alternative is 5 Chaos Orbs and the other alternative is Mage Blood. Yeah, we'll see, I guess. Was that sarcasm? Because he did say it in a funny way. Ooh. So this time around, not only the monsters in the same map will carry over, but the monsters from previous maps as well. So it will become unbearable at some point. Interesting. Whoa. Okay. Wow. Let me see that. What that was? What were those bonuses? Rolling has no cost the first time. So, if you are ritual spec, that's gonna be like 750 favors. If, they haven't changed anything. So you can profit by 750. Yeah, we'll have to see. Whoa. 4 now. Wow. 5 bosses. Wow. Wow. Oh, they didn't show the pinnacle boss, of course. Where is the bar to the tribute? Okay. Oh, okay. It's just above it, the purple thing that fills. Divine Orb. Give me that. Ooh, we only had like 10 or 12 points in here? Wow, now we have a lot. Wow. Oh, so you are making it harder for yourself while getting rewarded more. That's classic Path of Exile. Omen of Greater Annulment. Okay, that's a new omen, and I'm guessing from the name that means your next omen and your next annulment orb will remove 2 abilities instead of 1. No, I'm just guessing, but does look like to be does sound logical. Rerolling favors, okay. Oh, 20% to have an additional modifier. So if we pick this path, we are going to get both of these. So we are going to reroll at no cost the first time around, and we are also going to get an Omen of Greater Annulment. And I'm guessing we do get this Omen of Greater Annulment immediately after ending that map, and not at the literal end. We'll have to see, I guess. I wonder what that icon is. I mean, 20% is not often, by the way. Anyway, ritual percent. Oh god, this is the worst mechanic in the entire game, right? I would say no contest. And when I say worst mechanic, it's not punishing or anything. It's just worthless, guys. You click the summoning circle, it takes ages, lightnings fall off from the sky, and finally the boss spawns, you kill him and you get nothing, right? The quantity, the quality, whatever it is, has not been jacked up properly. I'm hoping it's gonna be worth something this time around, but Last season I did try it so many times, and I'm like, okay, this is garbage. I give up. I do not touch the ritual circles anymore. Okay. Oh, well, I mean, this is wonderful. One more thing that I would like to remind you guys is, thanks to the campaign changes in which they, show us the direction to the next area, etc. They also did the same thing with the first time we encountered the rituals. I believe it was called something like Freywood, maybe it doesn't really matter. But when you're there are the 4 altars there, and you can kind of get lost and waste time. So those ritual altars now will show you the way to the next ritual altar. And thing is, they have taken that concept and adapted it into the end game as well. So when you are in a map and you do a ritual altar, that ritual altar will show you the way to the next altar, right? So it's not huge, but it can save you like 5-10 seconds, depends, right? And this kind of quality of life stuff is always welcome because these come at no cost, right? And that is not something that very common in Path of Exile. You always lose something to gain something, right? So this is beautiful, and I foresee myself not ever coming out of ritual. Of course, I'm just exaggerating. I will obviously experience all the mechanics, but they seem like really proper, nice mechanics now, right? They will all have a dedicated place to them, right? Uh, they are much more complicated and engaging, so they can keep you busy, right? Normally, because you just go into the map, you do the rituals, you kill out the boss, move out, bang bang, right? I mean, it wasn't engaging like this, right? A whole chain of quests. Lovely. I would like to see this, and I'll see you guys in another video. Bye bye.